Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Father Low here, and today we're going to be reviewing the highly anticipated, highly delayed Jesus is King by none other than Ye. And I got so much written down, so I don't want to waste any time. My Yeezys done turned into Jesus sandals. My water done turned into wine. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So if you don't know, we're just gonna go through every single track, and I'm just gonna give you my opinions on it. So let's get into it. The first song is called Every Hour, and honestly, this one grew on me a bit. When I first heard it, I didn't really like it, but after a couple listens, that kind of grew on me. But one thing I have to say about it is the song pretty much repeats itself twice. And when it does that, even though it's like a minute and 40 seconds, something like that, it still feels long because it's the same thing. If he would have just kept it to like the first part where he didn't repeat himself, it would have been good for me. But since it repeated, it just kind of drags it out too long, and it kind of makes it a little bit boring. But it's all right. It's an all right intro. And track two is titled Salah. Now this one has a great beat. The verses are great, and that hook, that hallelujah part, that shit had me feeling like if I was levitating on my back and there was a spotlight from heaven shining down on me. That shit was great. Like I said, the verses, the beat is good, and this is like a better intro than the actual intro track. Like for me, I would much rather prefer this being the intro and the first part just scrapped away. You know what I'm saying? The first track. But yeah, good song overall. I really enjoy this one. Track three titled "Follow God." Now the bounce on this one is just great. This pretty much makes a song for me. It almost kind of reminds me of "Yikes" from Ye. I don't know why. I don't know how about you guys, but the bounce on this one, I just really enjoy it. And the outro is kind of alarming because throughout the verse he's talking about I was arguing with my dad and he said that ain't Christ like. And then in the outro he was talking about it, he was like, yeah, I was talking to him and he starts spazzing out on me and he said that ain't Christ like, and then he screams. So when I heard that, it was kind of like if he was screaming like just to, like if he was just exploding from just how much was going on. You know, there's a lot of ways you can go about it and how you can interpret that, but like that was kind of alarming because like that scream felt like if he was just ready to explode on his dad or something, or at the world, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good track. I like it. And the fourth song is the Chick-fil-A song. Now, I actually love this song. I think it's one of the best songs on the whole album. The guitar is great. It almost sounds like a Gunna beat from the guitar. I thought Gunna was going to pop out. Well, not really, but, you know, I can imagine, you know. And that beat switch up is epic and dramatic as hell. And, bro, Kanye's trolling on this one, 100%. I know it's called Close on Sunday, and he was kind of trying to relate it because of the Christianity behind Chick-fil-A. But he's trolling, man. If he wasn't trolling, he wouldn't have just screamed Chick-fil-A at the fucking tail end of the track. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, Kanye does his antics. People talk about it. I'm talking about it, and I like this song. It's one of my favorites on it, honestly. Boom, fifth track on God. And Pierre did his thing on this one, man. Especially in the middle part when that beat it kind of changes a little bit and then it starts moving a little bit faster. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know producer terms. I wish I did, but if you listen to the song, you know what I'm talking about. And Ye's verse was just meshed well together. It's not one of my favorites, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't skip it, but yeah, good track overall. Pierre did his thing. Sif song, Everything We Need. Ty and Ann did their thing on this one. They did great. The refrain is good. It's catchy. The hook sounds like a choir. And Kanye writes this beat perfectly. It's a good track overall. But if I'm going to be honest, I already listened to the leaked version. So I kind of knew the sounds of it. But it's still a good song. I'm glad he put it on. And it gets a pass for me. Seventh song titled Water. And honestly, this one grew on me a lot as well. When I first heard it, I thought this shit was ass. But you know, the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. And Kanye's verse isn't really a verse; it's like, just like a prayer. So it's a chill song. I'm starting to like it now. It's cool. The next song is titled "God Is," and the way this intro builds up into Kanye's verse is perfect. It sounds like a big celebration for God. But one thing that I found while I was writing this review is unto this point is it sounds good. Everything sounds good, but it just doesn't hit my soul. It just it just needs that little more oomph just to make it really good and give it more replay value. It's good, but it just doesn't hit me. I can't explain it, man. You really can't explain this kind of stuff, but it does sound good. The ninth song is titled Hands On, and Fred's part is amazing. It makes it a cool drive-by-night track, you know what I'm saying? And I really like Kanye's verse, especially the part where he says Christians be the one that judge the most or something like that. Don't quote me on that one. I know I butchered that, but that one was cool. He brought up some pretty cool lines. I just don't like how he repeated himself throughout the verse. If he would have why repeat yourself? You just cut the verse shorter, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I actually really like this song a lot. Next song is titled Uses Gospel, and the beats start off with this emptiness and almost like alarm sounding, like when you don't put on your seatbelt, but it keeps you anticipated, and it really fits well with the hooks and the verses. The beat is amazing, especially when it starts building up, and the verses are good. Clips did a thing. I know they haven't been on a song together since like 2013, so that was cool. And then the saxophone solo that was going on, that was really good. And then the outro it just hits different. I really like how he added those drums in there. And this song was just perfect. Everything just went together great. This is my favorite track of the whole record. I really like this one. And the last song is titled Jesus is Lord. Now this one is hella short, man. And I really like everything that it has. I just don't like how it's so short. I just feel like if you would have added verse, added a little bit more to it, to the song structure, the build up and the beat drop would have been so much more better, and just it just would have it just would have been better overall. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about the album. I actually really like it. When I first heard it, dude, I thought it was straight ass. I was like, bro, we waited all this for this shit. But the more I listen to it, the more I like it. But since it's Kanye, you kind of compare Kanye to Kanye, and so when you say a Kanye album is good, it's bad compared to his discography. But if I'm gonna review this unbiasedly, it's a good album. I enjoy this. I'm probably gonna come back to it a good amount. I don't know if it's going to be one of my favorites, but I am going to come back to this one every now and then, and I enjoy it. So I know you guys have heard it. Everyone and their mom has heard this. So leave your opinions down below in the comments. More reviews, more reactions coming soon. And yeah, this is Low TV, Father Low, since we're reviewing the Jesus is King album. And yeah, peace out.